What's up everybody, Brick Sanchez here today with another update on our city situation here. And as you can probably tell already, behind me the entire Hogwarts castle has been removed, as well as Diagon Alley. But the most important part is that we got the leak fixed. Now I did get some professional help by a plumber, and before he came out here I had removed Diagon Alley. I also removed Hogsmeade, even the burrow as well, which I hoped would be enough to access this space out here where the water was effectively coming out of. Now during the inspection, the plumber said that it would be necessary to cut the pipe up until right above Hogwarts out here. So that's why I also had to remove Hogwarts, which was a bit of a hassle because I was hoping that I would get some more time to do so. Because the castle parts were easy to remove, but the ground and the terrain was all stuck together. It was not made modular, which is a pretty good lesson that I will learn from now on, to make everything modular. Because I just tore it apart and just threw it inside of some big bins that I have here. So that's unfortunate. We might be able to recuperate some of those parts of the terrain here, but I will probably have to remake a lot of that in our new layout, unfortunately. Now anyways, I want to show you the damage out here. I'm also going to show you this this drain and the way it looked like when we took it out of here, which was really crazy actually. Alright, so now heading over to our Hogwarts stable here. As you can see, there's a lot of nastiness out there. So this is where the pipe was cut, out there. Then out here we have a lot of mortar and stuff, because this the pipe was attached in the kitchen with a lot of mortar and cement and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty hard to break open actually. And then underneath here you can see the damage of the water, some delicious mold out there. I just placed this on top of here so the plumber could access the pipes. Now before calling in the help of a professional plumber, I actually tried to fix it myself. But I just couldn't figure out where the water was coming from. As from upstairs, there was nothing to see. Everything was cemented in. So I just saw the smaller pipe go down. And then underneath here, all I could see was a big pipe. So I knew it had to be somewhere where those two connected. But then to my surprise, when the plumber actually got here, he also didn't really immediately see what it was. And he just used his jackhammer and just started drilling through the floor upstairs. And eventually we got this big pipe out. And then we could see what the problem was. Now, the thing is that this pipe did not have a proper reduction. Like that one out there. As you can see, the big one goes into the smaller one, or in reverse actually. But out here, what they had done so many years ago, probably when the house was built in 79, they had just placed the smaller tube inside of the big tube, and they had added a small little netting around it, some weird type of netting, and they just started filling it up with concrete. And then they just let it harden like that, which would of course never make a waterproof seal. And what actually happened was that parts of the concrete started going into the tube, as well as other food stuff, and it just started accumulating over the course of some 40 years probably. And then it just created this massive big lump of just nastiness, which you will see in this in this little video that I will add here. So what we had to do is he looked out here in the big pipe. We could see this big debris in there, and then he started feeling up until where it was filled, and so all the way from the black part that you see out there all the way up until here was just filled with this debris. So he had to cut open that other part out there, so that's why I actually had to remove the entire Hogwarts here. So yeah, after doing that, we both got on top of this nasty table, and then he started cutting the rest of the pipe out there, and then we had to hold it down because this pipe weighed I don't know, 40 pounds or something. And removing the big pipe also caused a lot of nasty water to leak out of it. So yeah, I cannot wait to remove this table here. But for now, you can see the entire leak has been fixed. He's placed a proper reduction onto the part of the bigger tube, which was still pretty alright, which did not have anything inside of it. And then we have this smaller pipe out here, which is going all the way up into the kitchen. Now I do have to get this entire hole fixed somehow, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. But anyways, we do not have any more water leaks out here, so now we can finally start removing this table. And then now for the castle itself, please don't mind the mess, but I have been starting to stock it up out here. So we got the Great Tower, we got all of the rest of the parts out here. We also have some washed figures out here. It's really chaotic right now. I have the burrow terrain out here, so really really difficult to get something done now. And then out here we have our RIP terrain, which is sitting in these huge bins here. So yeah, you can see a little stair here. We have the cliff, which is still pretty intact, but those were actually the oldest parts of my terrain, which are not so up to date. So I actually do want to rebuild them. But so yeah, it's gonna probably take some time. And then moving on from one messy room to another, we are out here in my garage, which is even messier than the rest of the basement. But so what we do have out here is a new table for Hogwarts, or the base for it, as I will be extending it a little bit to the side. We're gonna put a big plate on here, so we're gonna actually have a pretty nice spot to put Hogwarts on there. But anyways, out here was my cleaning operation. So I have tried cleaning this. I've gotten some tips from you guys with using like a toothbrush and stuff. Now I have tried a lot of things. I've placed it in a bathtub at first, but unfortunately for some reason it just keeps having this like kind of like grimy, let me try if I can show it to you, this grimy look to it, as you can see, like it's been bathed in like dirty water. So I've decided my final resort for these parts out here is removing all of the electricity, as I have done out here with my little Hogwarts Express, removing all of the lighting components and then just breaking everything apart, adding it all. As you can see, there's still still has some residue on there, so really annoying. Putting it all inside of one of these like bra bags, or actually in two of them, just for some extra protection, and then just putting it in the laundry machine, because I'm not sure if I will ever be able to clean it differently. I've tried with a toothbrush. I've tried it to rub it so many times and then clean it off, rinse it off with clean water and stuff, but for some reason it just keeps having this residue on there, so which is really annoying. And then so we have those these little bills out here, which aren't that too bad. I have the Shrieking Shack out here somewhere as well, but then we get to Diagon Alley, which is really a pain. So yeah, I'm gonna do it building by building. Hogsmeade out here as well. So yeah, painstaking process, but I'm gonna first try it out to see if it actually works. If it doesn't, I'm not really sure what I will be able to do. I might just try to like get the set back from my insurance or something. So but yeah, for now, these, as you can see, let me just take out here, for example. You see all of that white residue, especially out here on the floor, just so nasty. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, I was gonna try to mills this, so I did have to remove the base plates actually. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see the positive in that. But so yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Just have to tear everything apart and put it inside of these bags and wash it. But so yeah, for now, what I'm gonna try to do today is actually already prepare this table out here, so we can move all of the Hogwarts parts out here, because elsewise I'm not even able to like do anything in my other building studio. So it's actually necessary that I get the space out there, and then we can start properly planning out the new Hogwarts layout, the new Hogwarts at Hogsmeade layout. So it's a pretty long table actually, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, stay tuned to see how that will go. But yeah guys, so far today's update on this city situation. Now I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you want to see where all of these plans are going, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the work that we've been doing so far. Now anyways, I'm gonna be removing this table, and I will see you in the next one.